What? Hey, good to see you on Shift Kicker. Hey, I'm using my son's phone and I've got some stuff saved on here for you folks because the winds that are coming in are epic. And we were just at Elon and Fleet Supply getting a sight for a gun because, you know, folks, if you don't own guns, you need to get some. I'm just going to tell you, that's like real, man. You gotta have some guns. It's just, it's part of the deal. You're a proud, freedom-loving American. But smash that like as you come in. Please do chat it up with where you're from. But man, I'm telling you folks, if you haven't realized, Twitter is fun. In fact, I now open Twitter up every day a couple times just to get some laughs in. It is absolutely hilarious what's going on there. The implosion of the left, the absolute freakout session is the most unbelievable thing you've ever seen. Cheryl, good to see you on. Amanda from Missouri, good to see you on. Irene from Dothan, Alabama. Love you, Irene. Isn't there a song about an Irene? Anyways, I don't want to get sidetracked. Listen to this. If you guys don't know, the biggest case going on, absolutely, hands down, without a doubt, Missouri versus Biden. Don't kid yourself for a second. This is the greatest thing taking place. And the judge, I just read some of the decision stuff. It is absolutely nuts. Holy cats, I've got a patriot from Portland, Oregon on the stream. I didn't even know such. I'm sorry. I just can't help myself. Anyways, hey, real quick. Hey, big Black Friday sale going on at mypillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack will save you up to 80% right now. Most of the items aren't that big of a discount, obviously, but some of them are. Get yourself some really good deals over at mypillow.com with promo code Lumberjack. And my store, you got to try that, the Amazon alternative, mystore.com. Same promo code. It's so easy. I make this so easy for you people. Yes, you can thank me later as people get their wonderful Christmas gifts and they thank you. Okay, so check this out. Eric Schmidt. So this is, again, Missouri versus Biden. He tweeted this out. Some takeaways from the deposition of Fauci. Fauci knew the lab leak theory had merit, but it had come back to bite him and sought immediately to discredit it. He defended lockdowns. You guys remember all the, video of him saying, well, I wasn't promoting lockdowns, no way. The rest of us don't have the ability to determine what's best for ourselves. These are all discovery in the deposition. One thing is clear from the 7-hour deposition of Dr. Fauci today. When Fauci speaks, social media censors. Okay, on to the next. Nina Jankowicz. Do you guys remember Nina Jankowicz? Yes, the disinformation song lady. She did the Mary Poppins tune. Well, guess what? She has now registered as a foreign agent. I kid you not. Yes. Wasn't she big on Ukraine too and all that kind of stuff? Anyways, I move along here though. I'm just trying to get you guys some highlights. This is really cool. The Associated Press, get this, tweeted out yesterday. The new Twitter owner, Elon Musk, said he is granting amnesty for suspended accounts, which online safety experts predict will spur a rise in harassment, hate speech, and misinformation. Check this out. Elon Musk is so savage on this stuff. He tweets back, AP is such an expert in misinformation, Twitter couldn't hope to compete. Then he follows up and he says, but you have piqued my curiosity. Who are these online experts you speak of? People, you don't have to, everybody's like, no, don't trust Elon Musk. I don't care. The guy likes free speech and I love it. And he's just, look, you judge people by their actions and he is totally kicking butt. So check this one out too. Kim.com. The motive is obvious. Protect the second biggest donor to the Democratic Party and shield them from the FTX to Dems money laundering fallout. So guys, if you don't know, there's something in Chapter 11 called the clawback clause. And it's the biggest risk as provision in Chapter 11. It enables the unwinding of transactions that prejudiced creditors. People, did you catch that? It enables the unwinding of transactions that prejudiced creditors. That means, we're talking FTX here now again. If you guys don't know, you got to catch up on this story. But bottom line is money laundering from FTX through Ukraine back to Democrats, super PACs, and so on. So it would have gone from your tax dollars to Ukraine to FTX back to Democrats, super PACs. You with me? So here's the thing. That means the party and media would have to give back the money. Do you guys understand that? That's the unwinding. The unwinding of transactions that prejudice creditors. That means the party and media would have to give back the money. They want to avoid the scam, fraud, and theft qualifications for this purpose. And Elon Musk says the clawback may be their biggest fear. Can you imagine the Democrats having to give back hundreds of millions of dollars? people, I don't know if you fully get this. I mean, I would see the comments lit up in the chat with people freaking out because this is the most glorious thing ever. In addition to, I've got more on the whole Missouri versus Biden. Just this stream just gets better. I mean, I've got so many wins. This is awesome. Okay. Twitter is reportedly, this is so great. I mean, have you guys been noticing? Twitter is reportedly nuking pedo accounts. That is eliminating much of Antifa on Twitter. Antifa's getting eliminated on Twitter. But wait, and Indigo tweets back. He says a large number of Antifa accounts operate on Twitter to promote riots, give tips on how to commit crimes, and post names, photos, and addresses of targets, plus their family members. And so Elon Musk responds to this whole thing. It says incitement to violence will result in account suspension. Do you guys realize he just threw down the gauntlet? Antifa accounts are going to be suspended where they have used to organize on Twitter to basically take away your freedoms and riot and loot and all that kind of crap. It's just nuts. People, I cannot stop with all these wins. Hold on, it gets better. Google, just go great, pays $392 million to settle a sweeping location tracking case. Now, it's pittance for Google, I understand that, but their stock has already been taking this year. But their Google privacy settings, they're setting a lawsuit over allegations of misleading users, secretly recording their movements even after location tracking had been turned off, and offering the data to marketers to sell advertisements. So when you set it off, they ignored it, kept using it. Hey, someone's listening from their deer blind. Check that out, son. They're listening from their deer blind. I got my son a muzzle loader for his birthday, or for his grad gifts. It was a little late, but sitting in the back there, and we just got a sight put on. So good on you, folks. Get a gun, learn to hunt. I'm telling you. Anyways, so check this out. My favorite tweet though. Look at this one. Okay, you guys see that? Next, I'm buying Snapchat and deleting all the filters. Welcome back to reality, ladies. The guy's funny. Okay, moving along. So if you didn't know, the head of Apple something or another deleted his Twitter account and all his tweets and everything, and some other executives have done the same. So the theory is that Apple and Google are going to boot Twitter from their app stores because, heaven forbid, free speech should be allowed. Well, Liz Wheeler tweeted this out, and she said half the country would happily ditch the bias snooping iPhone and Android. The man that builds rockets to Mars, a silly little smartphone, should be easy, right? So she's saying, will you build a phone if this goes on? He said, I certainly hope it does not come to that, but yes, if there's no other choice, I will make an alternative phone. So we may see Elon Musk in the phone business pretty soon. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, there's Kara's thing. Okay, so I want to go bring you back to Missouri versus Biden. Just give you a couple things, and then I'll wrap this up with a couple other news clips. So Tracy Beans had truthed out over Truth Social. The judge was a breath of fresh air. This is in Missouri versus Biden, folks. There was a discussion of how important this case was, and an absolute lambasting of both Psaki's lawyers and the government attorneys. People, it was beautiful. Like, you've got to go read the transcript. It's just absolutely nuts. But hold on, I'm gonna get going here again. It was that or a ruling against them. The Louisiana judge promptly ruled that she testified. Then the Memandas came down on delaying deposition of 3 current admin officials from the Fifth Circuit, and the government, not Psaki's attorneys, argued she not sit for the same reasons. But the judge was so beautiful in this. This an actual quote. This is what the judge said, because they were saying, hey, you're trying to do this fishing expedition like Trump. Like, can you believe they're talking about fishing expeditions with all they put Trump through, all the investigations, and he still comes out. How innocent is Donald Trump? But check this out. The court said, this is in response to them constantly saying, look, you're just on a fishing expedition. She said those from the White House podium. It's going to have a chilling effect. Other White House press secretaries aren't going to know what to do, blah, blah. The court said, in fact, smart people, it can be argued, from years of experience, do that, and that only because they don't want written evidence of what may not have been appropriate, because that can come back to bite them. This in Virginia, people, in a Virginia court, okay? So because they're saying, wait, you've already asked for all these emails and everything. And he's saying, look, she wouldn't have put this information down in the emails. Okay. They just have conversations about it and it's recorded elsewhere, but don't expect that we would find that in these emails. I mean, who is this judge? Some glorious person, I'm telling you, because we have seen consistently the two-tier justice system, and it's been abhorrent, folks. It's been terrible. And yet now we've got a judge telling Psaki and Fauci that they have to sit for depositions when we actually have real statements from them. And then they've got Trump saying, hey, everybody go home peacefully, patriotically, respect law enforcement. We're the party of law and order. And they go on major fishing expeditions against him when he says those things. I just, people, I'm so tired of all this, but the wins are starting to come, okay? I'll do a better stream when I have a little more time. I'm going to I'll pull up the court documents and we will go through this a little bit more in detail because that's beautiful. But check this out, lower unemployment rates. Okay, so number of Tennessee residents on food stamps has hit a 19-year low. That was out of John Solomon's Just the News. And if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. My Twitter link is below, as are my sponsor links, all of that in the description. Okay, but Kara Pendleton is a great follow on Twitter. She goes by the handle at MSKaraP1. So Miss Kara P as in Paul 1. And she said lower unemployment rates, no doubt, due at least in part to the new able-bodied recipients must work rule. That's why it's hitting a 19-year low, okay? And she just slammed Rob Reiner, which was beautiful because they're all going on about how Nick Fuentes is an unabashed anti-Semitic Holocaust denier. And then Donald Trump invited him for dinner. Well, Donald Trump didn't even invite him. He showed up, so on. And Reiner's just a liar. But nonetheless, it's great because now Twitter is getting called out. Do you have what? No, I don't have Fruit Loop in my beard. Look at that. I got sunlight, man. The light's terrible. I'm sorry. Anyways, so I'm going to give you one other thing here, and this is back to the FTX thing. I know I've been bouncing around a little bit on this stream, but so the U.S. government gives money to Ukraine, who gives to FTX, okay? Now, that comes back to these Democratic super PACs, but some of it's going back to a group called Accountable Tech. Now, listen to this. This is nuts. So Accountable Tech is a left-of-center advocate for restriction of free speech on online platforms. The group was created as a fiscally sponsored project of the North Fund, which is part of the advocacy nonprofit network managed by Arabella Advisors. Okay? So now, this is why it's called the deep state, people. You're going from the U.S. government. They create these wide, crazy, wild tracks for where the money flows from. So it goes from the U.S. government to Ukraine, to FTX, to Arabella, North Fund to Accountable Tech. How many steps down are we on this? From your tax dollars to the U.S. government. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 layers deep, ending up on Accountable Tech to censor your speech online because they can't handle the meritocracy. They cannot handle free movement of ideas in society. Why? Because they can't win. Because they suck. Because their arguments suck. They have nothing, people. They have nothing, and they have no moral high ground. Don't think for a second that just because, they claim to have moral high ground, that they have any. This is the very people, remember that, what was it, Balenciaga, right? Okay, where they've got literal kids in their ads with the most sick stuff, and they're supposed to be credible. The AP in their witch hunt, their collusion, they almost caused an escalation in the Ukrainian war and by lies, and yet they are supposed to hold moral high ground. Nothing they say is true. I just want you to take, if you take nothing away from the stream, nothing they say is true. You cannot trust them on anything. Don't buy their trying to put you down. Don't buy they're trying to claim a moral high ground like they are somehow superior and actually know something. These are the people who have promoted this. Elon Musk takes over Twitter and these pedo accounts are zapped immediately. The very people who censored you did not have the courage to do that. They did not. It doesn't even take courage to censor pedo accounts. I mean, it's nuts. This world is it's a clown show world. Nothing they tell you is true, okay? Yeah, I saw that thing about the study from FTX. That's true. In fact, I actually had talked about that before. But do me a favor. Shop the parallel economy. I don't care if you go to like your local store. We're at Elon Fleet Supply. That's where we had to get some. We had to get a muzzle loader and stuff. But shop the parallel economy. Do not give money to people who hate you this holiday season. You know, I've got my sponsors. Those are in the links below. Move Bumpers, North Lights, My Patriot Supply, these types of things. And hey, you can always do well getting people food, storable food, because, you know, they can always use it. But there's just so many places to shop. You don't need to go to Wokesters. You know, we saw all the companies that canceled ads on Twitter just because Elon's allowing free speech, like Kohl's, like General Motors. You know, some of these are tough to get away from because you need to drive a car. Most of the car companies are woke, so this makes it tough. But nonetheless, I'm just telling you, shop the parallel economy, okay? You vote with your dollars. I mean, if you got money in a BlackRock fund, yank it out of there, okay? You know, Mike Lindell, you can go to my store and check that out, okay? Thanks, Donna O, okay? Lisa Bailey, I just saw you comment. I have mugs for you. I'm having trouble getting the website up, but I have mugs for you, so we will get that taken care of. Anyways, promo code Lumberjack at all my sponsors, whether you go to Move Bumpers, North Lights, My Pillow, My Store, or Revere Coffee Company, okay? Anyways, I love y'all. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out.